What is up, guys? It's been one of those weeks and definitely one of those days in which if I don't go about making a video in this fashion, I just ain't gonna get to it. And yeah, lately I'm sure you guys have been affected by this one way or another, but because of the disease causing agent that's going around, life has definitely changed a lot around here where I live in. Hey, Garuda. And yeah, it's been a process of adapting, but honestly, more difficult than the ordinances and whatnot that have been implemented has been dealing with people's fucking mentalities. And honestly, that is what leaves me more exhausted at the end of my day, more than anything else. And yes, in case you were wondering, since I work retail, my job is considered one of the essentials. So I gotta be open and show up and expose myself to this thing. But at the same time, I look at it on the plus side more than anything. A lot of people are out there reporting that they have been out of work and they've been struggling figuring out how they're going to go about making ends meet and whatnot. Whereas for me, my life hasn't changed in the slightest. You guys know that I'm definitely an introvert. I don't go anywhere. All that's different is that I come back with my lungs busted from how much bleach I use at work that I'm not used to. And just being tired listening to the stupidities that people be coming up with. And of course, some members in the community being needier than usual. And yeah, it's not like I want to act like this is the end of the world or like this is the toughest thing imaginable. It just drains me. And on top of that, at least the benefit of this is that since you guys know I have my antisocial nature, the fact that they turned it into a requirement for you to keep a certain distance from people, that's naturally what I do. Like, people a lot of the times like to lean in and talk to me, and I'm automatically stepping away. People are automatically staying the fuck out of your way. And I cannot be happier about that. So maybe this is not the tone that you guys were expecting from this kind of video, but I'm just keeping it real. There is some aspects about this new life, temporary or whatnot, that I'm definitely enjoying. And on top of that, at work, that is a public setting. I have never seen my facility as clean as it is now. Even breathing the air in there feels different. And I say this because the place where I work at, that edifice has been around, occupied by my store for the last 21-ish years. And I can guarantee you, in the time that we have been established there, that place has not seen so much attention when it comes to cleanliness quite with frequency as we have had lately. So, what can I say? It's not a bad time at all. I just wish that people had created this kind of conscience earlier on. Like, people are being all extra about hitting their sanitizer and washing their hands, and I'm like, yeah, this is nothing about this has been breaking my routine. I'm that one person who, before and after eating, for instance, I wash my hands. It doesn't matter where I'm at, in public, at home, I always did that. And when it comes to touching any part of my body, especially prior to touching my face, that's when I like to have my hands the cleanest, because I know that the slightest impurity is going to trigger breakouts, and I definitely do not need to deal with that, especially with my skin issues. So yeah, like, honestly, for me, as someone who doesn't go out much and whatnot, the only thing that this has fucked me up with has been the gym. It's been 3 weeks, 3 weeks since I got any real exercise. And that's a bummer because I was doing so well about getting in shape again, getting back to the weight that I like to be in. And now I have definitely been sedentary because I just cannot activate that part of my brain that needs to be active for me to work out at home. People keep telling me, oh, I've been looking up some stuff on YouTube. There's this really cool person who got good workout tips to do at home. You should check it out. And I just cannot do it. I cannot initiate that task. And on top of that, given how absolutely destroyed I come back home after work, I do not need to be associating my home with extra physical work. Just like when I was a teen, I had to stop studying in my bedroom because I was trying to figure out why the hell I was becoming an insomniac. And as soon as I stopped doing homework and studying in my room, all of my issues went away. So, in a sense, I feel like if I start associating my home with like my gym, then that's going to mess me up. And on top of that, it's not like the place I'm at is optimal for working out. So, but anyway, we'll see what happens. What I've been doing is I've been having the most clean, perfect, unbelievably healthy diet ever, and I can definitely feel it in my body. The only thing I'm missing now is the physical exercise, and I just miss it. Like my body is telling me, hey bitch, you need to move. And I hate it because I'm not a lazy person, but I also don't want to be out because my car is green from all the attempts by plants to reproduce, and it's been a fucking mess. But at least my allergies haven't been bad as of yet. So, yeah, it's kind of strange times that we live in. Some aspects is positive, some aspects not so much. But yeah, on my end, everything is fine. It's just my time management is a little different, and work, as you can imagine, has been demanding more. It has definitely died some lately, but last week and the week before, just fuck my life. It was worse than the holidays. Worse. And especially with the toilet paper. What's up with people needing so much fucking toilet paper? I think, if I remember right, that was like some kind of trend online. Something happened, and then that joke somehow translated into real life. I don't know. I don't remember. I really wasn't online much for that. But yeah, I just could not figure out why all of a sudden the entire city ran out of paper. And that was simply unbelievable for me. Unbelievable. And my phone is doing that stupid thing where it's not letting me. I'm touching the screen, but it's not letting me see comments. And let me see how I can fix that. Yep, not. It's not doing a damn thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my other little handheld and watch my own stream and read comments from there. But anyways, you guys, how have you been feeling? How are you holding up? What are you up to? Fill me in, because I've definitely been away for longer than I like to be away. I don't like to be away at all, but the struggle is real. Let's see. Okay, here I am. Being an introvert is definitely at all, not all bad. Yeah, no, not at all. For me, being an introvert, it just means that my life definitely is simpler. I am not all up in other people's business. Other people are not all up in my business, which I absolutely hate that. Especially people who are inopportune. That is just the worst. But then again, how would people know that I'm not going to be cool with certain matters but cool with others. It's a mess, and it also doesn't help that I did not grow up really honing my social skills. I was really sheltered, really overprotected, and in school, I always felt like other people annoyed me because not everyone took the things that I took seriously. Say school. A lot of kids were like, I don't care about this. This is boring. I don't like this and whatnot. And I was always that studious kid. So how can you throw a kid who genuinely likes what they're there for and you're mixed in with people who are absolutely apathetic? So my mother's tool that she handed to me was what you do with stuff like that is do not associate yourself with people who do not go on par with you. And I took that so serious and so to the extreme that I don't know if I was destined to be this way or if I just completely misinterpreted what she told me at the time. But when I think about it, I couldn't be happier because I'm not someone who brings problems to the house. There's never any drama. There's nothing. I'm telling you, I'm a completely trouble-free kid, and to this day, I still am. So clearly, I'm doing something right. But yeah, my introversion sometimes it's not necessarily flowers and dandelions because there's some stuff that I wish I could be more open to, more outspoken about, more just let's say more extroverted, like go out there and be more of a social go-getter. But when I think about what that incurs, I'm like, nah, come to think of it, I'm cool the way it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have to work on touching my face. I stay touching my face. Wish me luck. Well, good luck to you if it makes you feel any better. My own managers are pretty bad about that. They're like, why is it that I still cannot refrain from touching my face? Whenever they say you need to stop touching your face, that's when you want to touch your face the most. Yada yada. For me, is I got my new stupid glasses and I got them adjusted, but somehow they got loose again. And my eye doctor, of course, is closed as hell. And they keep sliding to the tip of my nose, and I fucking hate it because it feels like there is a direct obstruction in my nostrils, and it's the most uncomfortable thing in the world, and it makes my nose itch. And what I like to do is I like to grab the back of the glasses, like the very tip of the legs, and slide them up that way as opposed to really close to my eye or the corner of the lenses, like the corner of the glasses. But it makes me look stupider. And not only that, but I don't want to touch that spot because my glasses tend to have an oily feel to them from how oily my stupid scalp is. So I just do not have a way to deal with this in an effective way that's free of consequences. But anyway, I'll get them fixed at some point. And if I wear my old ones, what's the issue they have? Oh yeah, with this new frame, I cannot wear my fit over sunglasses. So now I have to be switching back and forth. On cloudy days, I can keep my new ones, but on sunny ass days, I need to change to my old ones because they just cover more of my eye from all the sun. And sometimes I drive a lot on sunny days, and I definitely feel the burn and strain in my eyes if I don't wear my sunglasses. Although these things have the transitional thing going on the lens. So, yeah, but the more I try to avoid touching my face, the more I think it's more of a nervous response. You may not actually have an itching trigger, it's more nervousness. Like, sometimes your emotions can make you feel some type of way. Like you feel ailments that aren't really there. Like for me, when I get depressed severely, my stomach is the first thing to go to hell. Like everything that I eat just makes me sick, even if it's perfectly nice salad, it just makes me so sick. And who gets sick from veggies, right? Unless they're super spoiled, or contaminated in some way. But just to give you an idea, when I was shopping 5 days ago while people were buying out all the water and toilet paper, I was buying all the beer, meat, and rice. Yeah, definitely. We have been out of chicken forever. And as soon as we get a shipment with maybe, I don't know, 10 pounds of a specific kind of meat, it fucking sells out. And it's the same fucking people buying it. And on top of that, you know how places now have options for you to pick up, have someone shop for you, and then you pick it up, or you do delivery services like Instacart. That is the most frequently asked question I get. Hi, I am calling because I'm trying to place an order using name the delivery service. Let's say Instacart. I'm trying to use Instacart and it won't let me place an order. And I'm like, well, yeah, you can expect for your groceries to get to you at least within 6 days, given that we're running at maximum capacity. So if you cannot place an order, it's just a matter of you trying and trying and trying again until it lets you, because we are running on full capacity, and I cannot tell you when the next time we'll have a space for you will be. So shit, you're out of luck, pretty much. Just come to the store. I mean, the store is really not that bad right now because I think the major rush and the major scare is over. But another popular question I get over the phone, and this happened to me 3 times today. I understand old people, senior citizens, they need to take their precautions, whatever. But this person was really being extra. She was asking, well, before I show up to the store, what are the precautions that you're taking? And I'm like, you mean me personally or the store or what? And she was like, well, yeah, both. And I'm like, well, me personally, I am free of symptoms, so therefore I am allowed to work. I have not shown any symptoms. And here at work, there are temporary laws implemented that require for us to carefully monitor and log our cleaning habits. So, like, every hour we have to spray every visible, reachable surface with disinfectant, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to get into the details of what we do, but I'm telling you, the store, it's almost like if you accidentally drop your fucking gum on the floor, which why do you choose such an abominable thing? But if you were to drop it on the floor and you're mad about that, you could probably grab it off the floor and chew it again. Do not try that shit. This is the internet. I know someone out there might turn that into a challenge, but I'm telling you, everything has been so clean that it's unbelievable. It is probably cleaner than most of our houses. But yeah, like if you're really that concerned, then don't come out. Hire someone to shop for you. Or yeah, I don't know, but I know that maybe your resources might be limited, but that's pretty dumb at this point. Asking that to any grocery store or any place that you shop in is really dumb. And just know that everywhere that you go to, they're taking their precautions. Even fucking Walmart is doing a good job about keeping their stores clean. Walmart, of all places. So, so yeah, if you're really that concerned, just don't take your chances. And just remember that even if you place online orders, someone out there is touching your product, and your product more than likely has been on the floor at some point. Either during stocking, during packing, during shipping, during handling, or you name it. At some point, that thing has come into contact with something that maybe you wish it hadn't any contact with. But anyway, and what was another dumb question I got? Oh yeah, of course, people are still asking, do you have any sanitizer? Do you have any toilet paper? No, no. If you're having to call, it's because we ain't got it. I promise you, the prospects have not changed any. So at this point, you really need to know where to go to find it. Know the times that your stores get shipments and closely monitor that. That's all I can tell you. And my favorite part was one time I had someone ask me, are you keeping a secret stash of paper anywhere? And I'm like, what do you mean by secret stash? Oh, well, I called ahead and the person who helped me told me that you had paper, but I don't see any on the shelf. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, it must have sold out. Because we usually tell people when we see something on the shelf, please try to be here no later than 10 minutes because this stuff is just flying off our hands. So maybe you were the person who came here like 2, 3 hours later, and guess what? Your paper's gone. So, and on top of that, we cannot do reservations because we just don't have a way of doing that. If you were to ask, oh, can you set aside two packs of paper for me? You're going to do that. Another person is going to call and ask for that, and then the other person, we're going to have this chain of people requesting that we set aside product for them, and we just ain't got the time nor manpower to be monitoring that shit. So yeah, just be patient. We live in tough times, but it'll be overcome. Don't worry. And at least there's many other sources of paper if you're that concerned about the hygiene of your rear end. You know, just be resourceful. That's all I'm saying. Let's see, what else we got? 95% of people outside are annoying, so I don't go outside much. This self quarantine request is a walk in the park for me. Yes, like I'm telling you, this has not changed my life much. The only thing that's bizarre is how quiet the roads are. Especially heading for the evening, 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5. I'm always anticipating the traffic of, like, say, schools, school buses, hail trucks, or what else? People getting off their 9 to 5s, like bankers and whatnot. And nope, nope, the road is for me. Like, if I see 10 cars in my commute, I'm lucky. That's a lot these days. So that is the only thing that's kind of odd. And at nighttime, I'm used to hearing the noise coming from the highway because where I stay, I'm about, let's see, I'm about a quarter mile away from an exit to the highway. So hearing that quiet at night when I can usually hear all kinds of traffic is kind of odd. But my breathing is definitely better. So I think all these pollutants aren't making it into the air quite as much. So that's good. Maybe that's why I've been doing well with this pollen. But yeah, strange times that we live in, but just don't trip. I mean, it'll be fine. Have a plan, execute it, and evaluate it, and fix it accordingly. But some people have been really extra, and those are the people who are particularly annoying. Like, it's okay, we're not, at least we're not in the middle of a war on or anything. Just be obedient, and that way we can avoid having, like, the military coming out here and enforcing shit because you cannot follow instructions. That would bother me because I'm just not used to that. But anyway, well, you guys, that's it from me. That's pretty much all I have at this time. I cannot hang out for much longer since I still gotta get up early in the morning. But it had been about a week, or maybe a week, since I filmed anything, and I just felt terrible because I don't like to be away for so long. But yeah, you guys stay safe, and I'll see you around. I'll definitely try to be around, if not every day, at least every other day, or just something, and not let my weariness get the best of me. All right, I'll see you soon.